In this class, we are going to discuss about the Export-Import Bank of India. We will be discussing about the development of Export-Import Bank of India, its objectives, functions, etc. The Export-Import Bank of India, which is popularly known as EXIM Bank, and it was set up in the year 1982. It is a principal financial institution in India for foreign and international trade. That is, their main objective is the financing of foreign and international. It was previously a branch of IDBI, but as the foreign trade sector grew, it was made into an independent body. That is, previously it was a branch of IDBI. The Export-Import Bank of India Act was passed in September 1981 and the bank commenced its operation in March 1982. That is, earlier it was a branch of IDBI. Later on in 1982 March, the Export-Import Bank of India was started functioning in India. And it was started after 2 decades of debate on the need for a specialized export credit agency for India and the role of international trade in India's economic development. After a long period of debate, the Export-Import Bank of India was established in the year 1982. And its objectives are given in the Export-Import Bank of India Act 1981 itself, that is, providing financial assistance to exporters and importers and functioning as the principal financial institution for coordinating the working of institutions engaged in financing export and imports of goods and services with a view to promoting the country's international trade. This is the objective of Export-Import Bank of India, that is, providing financial assistance to exporters and importers. Not only that, they have to function as the principal financial institution for coordinating the working of institutions that are engaged in financing export and imports of goods and services with a view to promoting the country's international trade. That is, their ultimate aim should be the promotion of India's international trade and act on business principle with due regard to the public interest. This is the objective of Export-Import Bank of India, which started functioning in the year 1982. The major objectives of Export-Import Bank of India are given in this section. The major objectives of Export-Import banks are: the first one, to ensure integrated and coordinated approach in solving the allied problems encountered by exporters in India. The first objective was to give an integrated and coordinated approaches for solving the problems of exporters. Second one, to pay specific attention to the exporters of capital goods. Third one, export projections. Fourth one, facilitate and encourage joint ventures and exports of technical services and international and merchant banking facilities. Fifth objective is to extend buyer's credit and line of credit. Sixth objective is to tap domestic and foreign market for resources for undertaking development and financial activities in the export sector. That is, find out the domestic and foreign markets for resources for undertaking development and financial activities in the export sector. The export bank extends line of credit to overseas financial institutions, regional development banks, sovereign governments and other entities overseas to enable buyers in those countries to import developmental and infrastructural projects, equipments, goods and services from India on deferred credit terms. That is, they provide a lot of line of credit facilities to other countries for encouraging exports of goods and services from India. These are some of the important objectives of Export-Import Bank of India, that is, They must ensure an integrated and coordinated approaches for solving the problems of export sector, provide special attentions for the export of capital goods, export projections, encourage joint ventures and export of technical services and international and merchant banking facilities, extend buyer's credits and line of credit, and they also have the objectives of domestic and foreign market for resources for undertaking development and financial activities in the export sector. These are some of the important objectives of Export-Import Bank of India. Aims and scope of Export-Import Banks of India are given here. The main function of Export and Import Bank of India is to provide financial and other assistance to exporters and importers of the country. It oversees and coordinates the workings of other institutions that work in the export and import sector. First one is that provide financial assistance. Second one, coordinate the functioning. Next aim is promote foreign trade activities in the country. That is, the ultimate aim is the development or promotion of foreign trade activities in the country by financing and coordinating the activities of export and import sectors of the country. In a rapidly shifting financial landscape, the EXIM Bank act as a catalyst and players in the promotion of cross-border trade and investment. Their scope is that they have to promote cross-border trade and investment. They also must provide import of technology and export of development, export of production, export marketing, pre-shipment and post-shipment services, or their scopes includes provision of services like import of technology, export of products, development of exports, and the development of productions for the exports sector, export marketing facilities, shipment facility, post-shipment facilities, overseas investment, etc. And that is the major aim is the promotion of trade by coordinating and financing the trade, and their scopes include the cross-border trade and investment as well as the provision of various services in the field of trade and international trade. The management of Export-Import Bank of India includes the EXIM banks are governed by a board of directors. It is done by the board headed by the managing director. There are 17 other directors on the board. The board of directors consists of chairman, managing director, 2 deputy managing director. 1 director is nominated by Reserve Bank of India, IDBI and ECGC, Export Credit Guarantee Corporation Limited, and not more than 12 directors nominated by the central government. Of the 12, 5 directors are central government official, not more than 3 directors are from the commercial banks, 4 directors are professional with experience in export-import financing. The whole paid-up capital of bank, that is 100 crores, is subscribed by the central government exclusively. That is, whole paid-up capital is subscribed by the central government. It is nearly 100 crores. Management or the organizational structure of EXIM. The functions of Export-Import Bank of India are: first one, planning, promoting and developing exports and imports. This is the first function, that is planning, promoting and developing exports and imports. Second one, providing technical, administrative and managerial assistance for promotion, management and expansion of credit. That is, providing technical, administrative and managerial assistance for the promotion, management and expansion of trade. Third function is undertaking market and investment surveys and techno-economic studies related to the development of exports of goods and services. Fourth function is finance imports and exports of goods and services from India. It also finances the imports and exports of goods and services from countries other than India also. It finances imports or exports of machine and machinery on lease and hire purchases basis as well. That is, they finance the lease and hire purchase for the of machines and machinery. They provide refinancing services to banks and other financial institutes for their financing of foreign trade. That is, they provide refinance facilities to financial institutions for financing the foreign trade. EXIM Bank will also provide financial assistance to business joining a joint venture in foreign countries. That is, they promote joint ventures abroad. The bank also provides technical and other assistance to importers and exporters. That is, technical assistance are also provided by the EXIM banks. They undertake functions of merchant banks for importers and exporters in transactions of foreign trade. That is, merchant banking facilities are also provided by the EXIM Bank. They underwrite shares, debentures, stocks or bonds of companies engaged in foreign trade. That these underwriting facilities are also provided by the EXIM banks to those companies engaged in foreign trade. They offer short-term loans or line of credit to foreign banks and governments. They also offer short-term loans as well as the line of credit to the foreign banks and governments. The EXIM Bank can also provide business advisory services and export knowledge to Indian exporters in respect of multi-funded projects in foreign countries. That is, they provide business advisory service and export and expert knowledge to Indian exporters in respect of multi-funded projects. They also act as a guaranteeing the obligations. These are some of the important functions of Export-Import Bank of India. The major operating groups that are functioning under EXIM banks are corporate banking groups, which handles variety of financing programs for export-oriented units, importers, overseas investments by the Indian companies. Second group is project finance or trade finance groups. They handles the entire range of export credit services such as suppliers credit, pre-shipment credit, buyer's credit, finance for export of projects and consultancy service, guarantees for fittings, etc. This is the project finance or trade finance group. Next group is line of credit groups. Line of credit group is a financing mechanism that provides a safe mode of non-recourse finance option to Indian exporters, especially to SME, small medium enterprises, and serves as an effective market entry tools. That is, they provide credit facilities to SMEs. Fourth group is agribusiness groups. Their main aim is to initiate to promote and support agri exports. That is, they mainly deals with the agricultural exports. Then another group is small and medium enterprises group to the specific financing requirements of export-oriented units of small medium enterprises. Another category of operating group is export service group. They offer variety of advisory and value-added information services aimed at investment promotion. That is, export service groups provides the information services for the investment promotion. Then we have fee-based Then EXIM Bank have fee-based export marketing services also. They offer assistance to Indian companies to enable them to establish their products in overseas market. That is, fee-based marketing services are also provided for establishing the overseas markets to the Indian companies. These are the various operating groups that functions under the EXIM Bank, that is corporate banking groups. They mainly provides variety of financing options for export oriented units. Then project finance, line of credit to SMEs, agri business core groups for agriculture exports, small and medium enterprise groups for the promotion of SMEs, export services groups for providing the informations, fee based marketing services for promotion of the or for finding the overseas market. These are the operating groups that functions under the EXIM Bank. The importance of EXIM banks are given in this section. It is a premier export finance institution in India, and it started functioning in India 1982 under the Export-Import Bank of India Act 1981. The Government of India launched the institution with a mandate to not just enhance the exports from India, but also to integrate the country's foreign trade and investment with the overall economic growth. That is, the EXIM Bank, or the ultimate objective of the EXIM Bank, is not only the promotion of exports or a trade, but it should act as in coordinating agencies for the overall development of foreign trade and thereby for the economic growth. Has been both the catalyst and key player in the promotion of cross-border trade and investment. That is, they act as an agent for the promotion of cross-border trade and investment. That is the first importance of Export-Import Bank of India. EXIM Bank, second importance is that EXIM Bank of India has evolved into an institution that plays a major role in partnering Indian industries, particularly small and medium enterprises, through a wide range of products and services offered at all stages of business cycle, starting from the imports of technology and exports and export product development to export production, marketing, pre-shipment. That is, they provide a variety of facilities to the both financing and other facilities to the small and medium enterprises in India. This is the second important. First importance is that they promote foreign trade, they promote cross-border trade, they promote investment, etc. Third one, they promote small and medium enterprises. They provide financial assistance, they promote the foreign trade sector, and for the promotion of the foreign trade sector, they have introduced cluster of excellence programs, and these programs are they develop various programs for the development of the industrial, for the development of foreign trade sector of India. Their aim was to improve the quality and standard of imports and exports in India. That is, they helps to improve the quality as well as standard of our exports and imports. They have tie-up with the European banks for reconstruction and development and encourages the co-finance programs with them in the Eastern Europe. That is, they have co-financing programs with the countries, the banks outside the countries. That is, they promote trade, they promote small industries, they promote the programs like cluster of excellence programs, they provide financial facilities, and they have tie-up with the other banks outside the country, etc. They have schemes like production equipment finance program, export marketing finance program, development finance program, etc. Also for the development of foreign trade sector. These are some of the importance of EXIM Bank. That is, they have variety of schemes, programs, financing, as well as the schemes for investment in India as well as outside for the development of foreign trade sector of the country. Their major financial products include buyer's credit. It is a credit facility program that encourages Indian exporters to explore new regions across the globe. That is, buyer's credits programs aims at the encouraging Indian exporters to explore new regions across the globe. It also facilitates exports of small and medium enterprises by offering credits to overseas buyers to import goods from India. Second financial product is corporate banking. It offers a variety of financing programs to augment the export competitiveness of Indian companies. This program or this product specifically augments the competitiveness of Indian companies. Third product is line of credit. It offers extended a line of credit to Indian exporters to help them expand to new geographic areas and use a line of credit as an effective market entry tool. That is, this serve as an entry tool for the Indian exporters. Then third product is overseas Indian finance. That is, overseas Indian finance offers term loans to Indian companies for equity investment in their overseas joint and ventures or wholly owned subsidiaries. That is, overseas investment finance is to provide loans facilities to Indian companies for equity investment in the overseas joint ventures or wholly owned subsidiaries. And the next important product is project exports, that is, encourage project exports from India and help Indian companies to secure contracts abroad. That is, encourage project exports from India and also help the Indian companies to secure contracts abroad. Some of the services provided by the EXIM banks are marketing advisory services, research and analysis services, export advisory services, term deposit services, etc. That is, market advisory services include help the Indian exporters in their globalization ventures by assisting in locating overseas distributors and partners. That is, this service provides Indian exporters for finding or locating overseas distributors and partners. Second one is research and analysis services, that is, conduct research in the field of international economics, trade and investment, country profiles to identify the risk. Third service is export advisory services like information, advisory and support services, enabling exporters to evaluate international risks, exploit export opportunities and improve competitiveness. This is the export advisory services, and they also provide term deposit schemes to various exports or the companies that are involved in the foreign trade sector. These are the important functions, objectives, importance of Export-Import Bank of